This is the part 4 of Get Schooled series. Link of all the previous parts is given in description, and thanks for your support on all the parts. We see Hwajin and Hanrim are talking with a boy. He is saying that his teacher and his family life is in danger. Their family moved from Seoul to countryside for a peaceful life, but owner of town came to them and asked for 30 million won as a development fund, but he can't pay this much. From next day whole town started bullying them. And in school also son of owner bullies him too much. But his teacher, who has also moved from Seoul, is suffering more than him. Her name is Hye-sung. She is forced to drink by the town people. His family collected the money and want to give it to owner of town. But boy saw that all the people were around her teacher and she was lying on ground. He don't know what is the problem, but his teacher is in danger. He took their picture and ran to Hwajin. Then we see Hwajin and Hanrim went there in disguise. Hanrim is a teacher and Hwajin is his older brother. Owner of town asked for 5 million won from him, but he refused to give them. Then we see in staff room, principal was talking about he previous teacher, how she didn't obey the town people and suffered. Suddenly he started touching Hwajin, but she grabbed his hand tightly and said that, "My brother is a thug." We see the town people were threatening boy's family. Hwajin came there to help them. Suddenly a man attacked Hwajin but he beats him up. He said, "I was here to control my anger issues, but you guys want me to do same thing here also." Night Hanrim and Hwajin were looking for Hye-sung, but police officer said, they are not allowed to look at their place. Hwajin warned Hanrim to keep her guard because of what she did to principal. Then we see all the heads of town were drinking and talking about Hwajin and Hanrim. Police officer came there and told about them. Owner said, tomorrow he will deal with Hanrim. Next day, owner took Hanrim with him. Hanrim said sorry for yesterday. He took her to a warehouse, full of thugs and asked about their true identity. A thug removed Hanrim's hair and she got angry. Hanrim beat all of them and grabbed owner. She asked about Hye-sung but owner said he don't know, so she break his finger. She ate her and asked him but he said she went to opposite direction when we went after boy. Hanrim breaks his second finger. Suddenly a big guy came behind her. Hanrim hit his JSW with elbow, but nothing happened. He grabbed her. She said his strength is more than Hwajin. Then he took her with him and dropped her outside. Owner hit him with shovel. He said, "I don't hit a woman." Then we see Hwajin was beating everyone who was bullying and asking for taxes. He even beat police officer. At night they all made a plan to attack them at night. We see Hwajin already knows about it and they both were ready to beat them all. They came outside and started hitting everyone, and took them to forest. One by one they started to beat one of their member by sneak attack. Then we see only 4 of them were remaining. They came outside and asked for Hye-sung. Big guy said he knows but another person tried to stop him, so Hwajin knocked him out. Big guy attacked Hwajin and break his wrist with one hit. Hanrim wants to fight him but Hwajin didn't allow her. Big guy name is Whale. His past is shown that how he was treated bad by everyone, even kids used to beat him every day. But one day Hye-sung approached her and talked very nicely to him. He made a promise to himself. He will protect Hye-sung from everyone. Then we see Hwajin was avoiding all the punches. Suddenly he hit at his jaw and knocked him out. He showed him his TRPA ID. Now Whale told everything. When Hye-sung escaped, he helped her to hide in a shack. She told him to call TRPA for help, but he don't know how to call. He took Hwajin and Hanrim to the shack but they saw that owner has kidnapped Hye-sung. Then Hye-sung passed as shown. She became a teacher in countryside for a peaceful life. But elders forced her to drink with them, and took her here and there for help. At night also drunk people started knocking on her door. The day when she saved boy from bullying, she was forced to come to drink. She was not able to resist and went for puking. Elders were looking at her but she heard someone voice, it was Whale. He told, he made a mistake so they beat him up. It's normal for him. But he warned Hye-sung that, he heard that elders would rape her after drinking. Then we see owner came to her and started smelling her hairs. She started running. Then we see, she was tied at the port. Owner was about to throw her but Whale breaks his teeth with single punch. Then Hwajin show him his ID. He ordered Hanrim to catch her but owner threatened Whale about his father. Whale hit Hanrim and said, "I can't let you take him, as my father will die if he don't send paycheck." Hwajin asked his real name and ID. His real name is Suncheol Kim and teacher told his ID is he don't know. Hwajin calls a officer and asked him to look in his details. He told him that his father died 1 year after he went missing. Then Suncheol passed as shown. He ran away from home to earn money for his father. He worked day and night and got beaten by them, so that he can save his father. But owner lied about his father to him for 15 years. He grabbed owner and started beating him. Hwajin doesn't want to stop him. Next day owner and his team were arrested. More people like Whale were saved. Police found loads of cash in owner house. Whale was put in jail because of owner injury. He broke many bones of his face. Then we see Whale wants to go back to village, as he wants to help others and change the people. Then we see at TRPA office they have received a new complaint. It's from a parent of class 5 students. Their homeroom teacher is a psychopath. She leads students to bully whom she doesn't likes. Then we see Hwajin and Hanrim went to Hwajin Elementary School. Everything was normal in class. When class finished, Hwajin showed her eye to teacher. Her name is Jisun. She started shouting and collapsed. Then we see at hospital, her colleague tell everything to TRPA. She tells that elementary teachers are not allowed to ignore phone calls from parents, but parents are misusing it. They call them without any problem. But one day 2 students fought in class. It was simple problem which could be solved by apology. But they set up child action committee in which Ujin mother lost. She blamed Jinseo for her defeat. And from that day she started calling and texting her non-stop. She was cursing her all the time. She even started coming to her home. Jinseo was not able to take it and wants to quit her job. Ujin mother wants to destroy her career. Then we see principal send a message to parents that Jinseo is temporarily suspended for some reason and new homeroom teacher will join. Next day we see Hanrim is a new teacher. She got dark circles because she studied whole night. She hadn't gone to college and was bad in academics. So she had to study all the subjects. She was making so many mistakes, but children motivates her by saying that it's your first day. Hanrim got a message from Ujin's mom. She called her at cafe. 2 more parents were also there. Ujin's mother was completely lying about Jinseo, which confirms that she made a false report. Hanrim took Jinseo's stand, which upsets Ujin. Then she asked for refill but waiter said that this drink doesn't comes with refill. She threatened him that she will give a negative review to all the parents and it will affect your business. Hanrim gave her card to pay for all the drinks, and said she don't mind for small payments like these. She made all of them angry. She set off for workout. Ujin's mother got angry and ordered her to sit back. Hanrim refused. She attacked her with glass but Hanrim knocked her. Then we see Hanrim was working out and Ujin's mother was calling and messaging her repeatedly. She didn't answer to them. Next day she told everything to Hwajin and said Jinseo is innocent. Then principal calls for Hanrim at office. Ujin's mother had complained about her. She wanted her to apologize on her knees. Hanrim agreed if Ujin's mother will do the same. Principal said sorry to her and said I will teach her and we will pay you a visit. Principal started scolding Hanrim. He is scared of education department that their school will lose its reputation. He will lose his job. Then Hanrim took off her disguise and told her that is from TRPA and told him to work as she say. Then principal went to Ujin's mother home. He said Hanrim don't have to come here as you were the first one to attack and you should not call teachers unnecessarily. Next day teachers were given working phones. Calls from parents after working hours will reach to call center and only if there is an emergency the call will be forwarded to teacher. And teacher will be paid extra if they have to visit a child's home. All the ladies barge into principal office. Hwajin was there. He said them to keep their voice low, but they didn't. He shouted at them and take them to conference room. Parents were saying that it's an insult. What if we need to talk with our child in urgent? How will we came to know about our child? How can we call during working hours as we have jobs too? Hwajin says all of these are silly questions. You can still call us, we will handle the situation, but from now teachers will not be suppressed. Everyone started shouting at him. Hwajin got angry and locked their hands. He said I can charge you on basis of offense, harming a civil servants. But he released them. Hwajin told her if her complaint against Jinseo proved to be false then she will charged by law. At home Ujin's mother was losing her support. She was scared. Then we see she met Jinseo and said her to take blame on her and she will also apologize. She said I will not do such thing. She said TRPA has said if you will apologize about false report in public then you will not be charged, as Ujin is just a child, he should not suffer with these things. Next day Jinseo thanked Hanrim, but Ujin started talking ill about her. Hanrim came outside. She explained to Hwajin that, Woo-jin don't do such things in class, but he never studies also. In classroom Woo-jin was not obeying to his teachers, he was playing games and singing in class. Hwajin says Hanrim to go as Jinseo will handle. After class Jinseo talked with Woo-jin, then it is shown his mother was threatening him. She was listening all of this via phone. Woo-jin started speaking bad to Jinseo too much. Woo-jin's mother heard sound of beating. She came running and took a video, but it was another child who punched Woo-jin because of his behavior. All children started blaming Woo-jin's mother as she didn't stop his own child. Then she tried to run but Hwajin came. He said now we have proof and you will be charged by law. Woo-jin's mother started apologizing to Hwajin. He said you shouldn't apologize to me, you should apologize to victims. Next week whole class will be together with parents. You should apologize to each one of them on knees. Then we see Woo-jin's mother was editing the video, to frame Jinseo, but in group she saw everyone was spreading hate to her. Even outside her home, parents were gathered. His husband was scolding him. Woo-jin also blamed her for this. Her husband left her and she started crying blood. Woo-jin's mother came to school. She accepted all her mistakes and apologized. All parents started blaming her. She got angry and said you also did the same things as me. Jinseo came in between to stop them. Parents said you shouldn't support her as you are the biggest victims. Jinseo said no, the biggest victims are students. Because of your behavior, your kids are suffering. Woo-jin stood up and said to Hwajin to take away her mom and make her a decent human being. Then we see how Woo-jin was being bullied by other students because of her mother. She said that he doesn't need her mother, he will live with his father. Hwajin started to take Woo-jin's mother. Jinseo requested to leave her as she doesn't want. Woo-jin should suffer. But Hwajin has already given her 2 chances but she is not accepting her mistakes. Then we see Hwajin was calling police but Jinseo came there and kneeled down. She requested Hwajin to leave her, as she doesn't want her students should suffer. Then we see Woo-jin's mother realized her mistakes and apologized too. Hwajin left her. So this was the end of part of Get Schooled series. If you loved it then drop the like button. And for next part wait for some time, as more chapters are yet to be published. Comment down so I can message you personally about next part.